Hello everybody, my name is Benjamin Bloom and I have just witnessed Leeds United 2, Derby County 4, and I think I have just witnessed an absolute playoff classic. This reminds me of some of the 90s playoffs when it was a newfangled thing. Absolutely incredible night of drama at Elland Road, where Leeds, who'd won the first leg 1-0, were 1-0 up in this game, 2-0 aggregate score, and threw away 3 goals in about 15 minutes to go on, drop to 10 men and lose this game. Remember, Derby finished in 6th, Leeds finished in 3rd. I've said it many times in the build-up to this. 3rd beats 6th 65% of the time. Absolutely incredible shock, upset, turnaround, whatever you want to call it here. And here is what happened. Leeds lining up, Casilla in goal, Ayling, Berardi keeps his place, Janssen is fit and on the bench. Is he 100% fit? Will Bielsa live to regret that one? Cooper and Dallas across the back four, Phillips in front of the back four, deep line playmaker, Hernandez down the right, Shackleton keeps his place after Forshaw dropped out injured at Derby on Saturday. Klitsch is his partner, Harrison down the left hand side, and Patrick Bamford starts up front. Kemar Roof does not make the game. He misses out through injury. Again, a couple of key things maybe going against Leeds selection wise there. Derby have played Leeds 3 times this season and lost 3 times. So has Lampard run out of ideas? Well, he tried something new today. So Roos in goal, Bogle, Keogh, Tamori, Malone is standard. And it looked like a midfield diamond, and the idea to just get quick players counter-attacking Leeds. So it was Johnson, the deep line midfielder, Holmes and Mount start in front of him. This is going to move around a lot. Wilson is then at the head of the diamond with Bennett and Lawrence up front. So you can see the plan, the idea. Would it work? I have a confession here. The Leeds traffic was horrific today. It's taken me 4 hours to get in. So I did not get into the ground until about 10 minutes, but I did catch the first bit on the radio. Bamford drives to the edge and forces a yellow card on Tamori, the first of many yellow cards, probably 10 or 12 all in all. Ayling volleys at goal, skies it here. Casilla out in no man's land for the first time today. He lets Wilson in. Berardi has to make the foul to bail the Spaniard out. Mount puts the free kick into the wall. Very frenetic first 20 minutes as I get into the ground and pick the game up. All a little bit scratchy, a little bit of needle to it, but in the main, Leeds with the territory, and it's Leeds who take the lead on the night and go 2-0 up on aggregate here. 24th minute, it's a free kick conceded by Holmes. The ref tries to let it go but ends up pulling it back on the left hand side. Calvin Phillips is going to curl it in to the back post. Up goes Cooper. He gets a good header on it. It sails towards goal. Roos, full dive. It comes off the post and bounces straight out, and there is Stuart Dallas to stick it in and give Leeds the lead. And all Leeds fans are thinking at this point, 2-0 up, Wembley, here we come. We've beaten Derby 3 times this season. Dallas with the goal. Leeds lead on 24. Ayling goes into the book on 27. And then Leeds hit the crossbar here. Wilson gets swallowed up. Bielsa's got the press going. Leeds are on top at this point. It's knocked on and inside to Klitsch. Klitsch with the right foot. Looks like Keogh gets a little flick on it. That takes it over Roos. It floats towards goal. Smashes off the crossbar and goes safe. Unlucky Leeds. Bamford into the box, down under Keogh's attention. Yellow for diving there. Bamford, after just coming back from a 2-match ban for diving, Bamford takes a yellow in this one as well. Dallas from 30 yards, low left-footed, deflects wide. It's harem, scarem stuff here. Leeds, big press again onto Bamford. Nice feet. He's got eyes for goal. He drives low and it's a shot low. Easy save for Roos here, on to 38 now. Harrison has a good spell. The end product isn't quite there. Harrison, couple of good crosses. No one on the end of it. Is the Leeds narrative of creating lots of chances and not finishing many of them going to play out tonight? Lovely move down the right. Cooper switches the play. Ayling onto Klitsch. Hernandez on the wing. Deep cross. Dallas arriving again. He had quite the attacking game. He shanks it. No end product. Lovely football. So look at this first half. Bit scratchy to begin with, but in the main, Leeds on top right the way up until the 43rd minute. They score, they hit the crossbar, they have the territory, but then what do they do on 43 minutes? They're going to let Derby back into the game. First of all, Wilson takes the corner. This is the warning shot from the right hand side. Lovely flat delivery, little nick on the near post. Bennett's on the far post, and just like Cooper, he heads back. It's looping across. Everybody lets it go and it hits the post. There's no follow-up goal like for Leeds though. It bounces off the post and goes safe. Unlucky. Here comes Jack Marriott. So Holmes comes off. Marriott comes on, and if I can keep up with all Lampard's changes here, Marriott now goes up front with Bennett. Lawrence drops into the 10 position and Wilson drops into Holmes' position in midfield, almost rotating front 5 or 6 really for Derby tonight. And Marriott literally runs on the pitch, and within 10-15 seconds he's going to score and get the equaliser. Incredible stuff. Knocked forward, and this is the flaw in Casillas' game, and we know about this. We know it's a red card against Billy Sharp here against Sheffield United. We know he's come charging out at the end of the game against Ipswich to gift Colin Quainer a goal and Ipswich to win there, and he's done it again today. Out he comes. Cooper doesn't know whether he's coming or going. The two of them clash together. It goes loose. Marriott's got to kind of arc his run onto it. He moves, he swivels, he shoots along the floor. I think it's Ayling back, nearly cuts it out, but the ball rolls into the net, and what an absolutely key moment. If Leeds go in there 1-0 up at half-time, they are the better side. They get 15 minutes of rest, but they have let Derby back in. Wow. So the first half, really Leeds good value until the 43rd minute. Both sides hit the post, both sides score. Absolutely frenetic stuff, and just key, that goal, that mistake from Casilla opens up the door to let Derby back in, and they are really going to sprint through that door as we start the second half. It just must be pointed out, I was at West Brom yesterday. This game is double the pace of that game. Totally different affair. Not saying one's better or worse than the other, but frenetic stuff here. Pressing and counter-pressing back and forth. So entertaining here. And Derby come out of the traps. We take our seats for the second half, and really it's 2 goals in 2 minutes if you don't count that half-time break. Keogh comes forward. He loves to stride out of defence. It goes into Wilson. Lovely ball around the corner from Wilson. Mount takes it on the run. I thought he'd lost it. I guess the defender is scared to tackle. He's in the box. He shifts it onto the right. Casilla kind of drops at that point. Mount hits it with his right foot. Casilla gets a hand on it. Could he have done better? It spoons up and floats slow motion into the net. And from 2-0 up on 24 minutes in this game, the aggregate score 2-0. Derby have pulled it back to 2-2 with 2 goals either side of half-time. Oh, goodness me. Excuse me. Sorry, I've excited myself into a sneeze. It is 2-2 and Mount has got the aggregate equaliser. Derby lead on the night 2-1, and the nerves are kicking in for Leeds now. Don't want to use the term bottle, but is this where their bottle went just either side of half-time? Their killer blows. Here come Derby again. Poor defensive header in the right back spot. Bogle, we know he gets forward really well. Got loads of assists this season. Crosses in. Marriott misses the first chance. It falls to Mount on the left foot. And it's an important save by Casilla. And Leeds counter, and Tamori, big slide in. And if he hits his man there, he's already on a yellow. I think he possibly could be going off. My goodness me, here come Leeds now. Hernandez inside right, crosses back post. Harrison free, big block by Bogle, and then literally on the next attack, Malone throws himself at Hernandez's shot. Big handball shout there. Two very, very manful blocks there by the Derby defence. Dallas volleys over. Good little surge for Leeds in those minutes. Are they going to come back into the game? No. They're not, because we're down the other end. Derby, give them some credit. They smell blood here. I don't know what Lampard said at half-time. What have you got to lose? Go at this Leeds defence. Go at them. And they do. And they feed Bennett through, and he's behind Cooper, and Cooper doesn't trust his goalkeeper. I think half of Leeds don't trust Casilla today. So he pulls back Bennett, and of course, Bennett, as soon as he feels the contact, he drops to the floor. And Jesus Christ, it's a penalty to Derby. And having been dead and buried, my goodness, they've got a chance to go 3-1 up. And Jack Marriott's only been on the pitch probably 10, 15 minutes at this point. Steps up, right-footed, sticks it in the corner. Oh, my goodness me. It's 3-1 to Derby. They've come back from 2-0 down to lead 3-2. Incredible, incredible stuff. I can't think of enough adjectives to describe what was going on here. Lampard brings Huddleston in for Bennett, and I don't know whether he had this planned or whether he just went too soon after the goal. It was like Derby went 3-1 up, and he immediately wanted to try and go for some more possession, which is definitely... Huddleston doesn't give you much in terms of physicality. I suppose some power in the air, but what he does definitely give you is extra quality on the ball. So he's going to sit in Bradley Johnson's position with Mount in front of him. Johnson then goes forward into centre midfield. Wilson goes back in behind the front two, and you now have Lawrence and Marriott up front. You see the revolving door. Lampard's going to sit on his 3-1 lead, but it's going to go pretty much immediately, and it's Klitsch down the left-hand side. Harrison, Klitsch, fed inside to Dallas. Dallas cuts inside his man. What has happened to Stuart Dallas today? He's turned into Cristiano Ronaldo. Steps inside into the box, hits it right-footed and whips it around the keeper. It's a brilliant goal by Dallas, and the left-back has scored twice. He's on a hat-trick, but more importantly, Leeds have got it back. Let's try and keep up with this. It's 3-2 on the night to Derby. It's 3-3, and Leeds, having had a 2-goal lead, threw it away to a 1-goal deficit, are now level again. And Dallas is having, as I said, quite the game attacking. Goodness me, I can't keep up. Insane stuff. Here comes Ayling. Give and go. Gets in behind. Into the box. Tries to sort his feet out. He's under pressure. He puts the shot wide. Can't hit the target. Yellow for Mount here on the touchline. Crazy, crazy noise in the stadium here. Great run by Mount this time. Key moment here. Berardi fouls Mount right on the edge of the area. It's a first yellow card for Gaetano Berardi. Wilson puts the free kick into the wall, but some significant damage done otherwise there. We're into the 70s here. Hernandez forward into the box. Cleared onto Ayling, the wrong guy. You want this the other way around. He lashes the shot over end to end. In the main, Leeds kind of controlling the attacks and letting Derby counter them. Leeds do not sit back. They just have not all season, and did not tonight. And here is the end of the Berardi story. What is he doing? It's I think a foul, or a possible foul, goes in the build-up, and it's a silly retribution challenge. Berardi dives in. Second yellow card, and Berardi, with about 10-12 minutes to go, has got himself sent off. Goodness me. And from what I could see, it looks like Bielsa's instruction now is you're not going to win it in extra time. Just go for it now. He puts Shackleton in there at right back. It's a 4-4-1. Phillips comes out of the defensive midfield. And there's going to be holes now in that gap that Phillips is going to leave. And there's going to be a hole for Tom Huddleston further back, as Leeds don't have that nice staggered system anymore that they like to play. Derby look like they're smelling blood now. They got the bit between their teeth. They're 11 against 10. They push on, pressing. Phillips gives it away. Fed through to Wilson. He's into the box. He stands Casilla up, slides it around him, and he hits the post. Oh my God, I can't take it anymore. Derby really smelling blood though. The whole team has come up the pitch, and the captain Richard Keogh has got it now, and he drives out of defence. It's a great run by Keogh. He's really got the bit between his teeth. He slides a reverse ball through. Marriott is clear. In behind, out comes the keeper. Marriott digs it with his right foot. Over it goes and into the net. It's the hat-trick for Marriott, and 4-2 to Derby. Incredible stuff. They smelt their moment. They seized on it. Richard Keogh, incredible assist, drives out of defence. Marriott, the substitute, scores a hat-trick. It's virtually the same goal he scored when they won at Norwich over Christmas time, running through. But it's a damn sight more important now because they've got their lead back. It's 4-3 on aggregate in the 86th minute. Incredible stuff. Utterly incredible stuff at Ellen Road. Bielsa does not know what to do. He's going to pile attacking players on. Clark comes on for Klitsch. Brown comes on for Bamford. He's just bringing on players who can dribble, players who might be able to do something. Brown goes down the left, 89 minutes. Dallas curls it right-footed. Roos saves. Clark with the follow-up straight at Roos. We're going into stoppage time. 5 minutes of stoppage time. What is Scott Malone doing? Hernandez comes in off the right-hand side. He dribbles at goal. It's right on the edge of the area. He knocks it just ahead. Malone dives in. He's on a yellow card. He's got to go. Red card for Scott Malone. And you start to think, if Leeds put this free kick in this stadium, 10 against 10, and it goes to extra time, they're going to go on and win this. Derby desperately need to survive this stoppage time. But what's Brown going to do with the free kick? He's going to wait first because Ashley Cole comes in for Harry Wilson to try and kill some of the stoppage time. Brown steps up, hits the free kick. It's rubbish, way over the top from Izzy Brown. And the air is sucked out of the stadium at that point. Leeds have one more attack. Big diagonal goes over. Clark manages to keep it in on the right hand side, dribbles into the box. Can he pull it back? He makes the wrong choice. Up it goes. Kilo Roos gets rid of it. Derby managed to get it up the other end. They see out stoppage time, and the whistle goes on an incredible 4-2 win for Derby. Wow. Excuse my enthusiasm if you're a Leeds fan watching this, but as a neutral, it was an incredible spectacle. Absolutely incredible. I've seen some great games this season. I'll have to process my thoughts on the drive back. For drama, I think that one may just have been the best. Let's talk about Derby, because I thought Derby were done here. They were absolutely done. Leeds 4-1 in August, 2-0 after Spygate. Looked like they had the hex on them first playoff leg. They were really on top. Really on top. Get the win. Derby coming here. I think I read the stat. No team has lost the home game and then overturned it in the away game in the playoffs. Well, Derby, well, what can I say other than they seized the moment? I don't quite know how they did it. I really genuinely don't know. And I don't want to take anything away from Derby, but this might be more about the Leeds collapse than about the Derby victory. We know that Derby have relied heavily on individual star talent, and it just seems like Lampard's last throw of the dice was he wanted a lot of dribblers and, you know, these type of players: Mount, Holmes, Bennett, Wilson, Lawrence. He wanted to just put them all on the pitch and try and pick off that Leeds defence. And if that was the plan, then he needs a big pat on the back, Frank Lampard, because it did work. But you've got to say the way they got back into this was fortuitous as anything. They're a goal down. Leeds are the better side in the first half. Big mistake from Casilla. I don't know the deal. Was Holmes injured? I don't know even whether hat-trick hero Marriott was even supposed to be on, or whether that was an injury. Waghorn's not around. What's the plan for Marriott to even be involved today? God knows, but Derby fans will be pleased that he was. And then They just had the bit between their teeth, and frankly, they had nothing to lose in that second half. They went for it, they scored early, they got the penalty, and really, when the moment arose for Derby in this game and Leeds showed weakness at the back, which we know for all their brilliant pressing and all the entertainment they've given us this season, Leeds have a soft underbelly. Derby took advantage, and Derby are going to Wembley. They're not going to be favourites against Villa. I know they lost 4-0, didn't they, at Villa on Grealish's comeback. So again, they're not going to be favourites, but they're not going to care now. They're going to think that they can beat absolutely anybody. Frank Lampard, congratulations to him, because frankly, nobody thought he was going to win tonight. Probably even the most hardened Derby fans were like, oh, you know, other way round, maybe playing the home game second, maybe there was a chance, but just absolutely incredible. And Derby off to Wembley they go. Leeds, my God, what do you say? Leeds have been entertaining and brilliant all season. Bielsa has been a great story. Ultimately, they have come up short, and it's going to be the story of the Leeds collapse again. They were 2-0 up 24 minutes into this second leg, and then 15 minutes later it's 2-2, and then another red card, and they've lost the game 4-2. If you're a Leeds fan, you're probably licking your wounds tonight. I think really in the big picture though, there needs to be some kind of pride here, because Leeds have come from 13th, and with very much most of the team that finished 13th last year. Bielsa has put his imprint on this club probably forever. He's taken them up to the lead. A third place finish. Yeah, they could have got automatic. That collapsed towards the end of the season, and they've just run out of gas. I don't know what you think the explanation is. The soft underbelly, the crazy goalkeeper. Was it that Roof was missing tonight? Was it that Janssen wasn't around tonight and this is just a freak one-off? Or is it something more? Did they run out of ideas? Did Leeds become too reliant on Pablo Hernandez just being extraordinary, and just for the last 10 games he hasn't produced the heights that he has throughout the season? Or is it just a case that Leeds have a brilliant manager and some decent championship players, and they've just performed above themselves all season? Let me know which one of those you think in the comments. And the question has to be asked, what does Bielsa do now? Because he's now known in English football, and surely he's going to get offers and have a decision to make. I'm sure he'll probably say something he might already have done in the press conference tonight, but it's going to be absolutely fascinating. To close, what a match. What an absolutely enthralling match. Commiserations to Leeds. I know people say I'm the curse of Leeds. Look, it's not my fault. I've had great fun watching Leeds, and they've just come a cropper at the end of the season. And Bielsa and Leeds have been brilliant this season, and it is a little bit of a sad end. But in the Shakespearean tragedy that is Leeds United, how else was it going to end than in glory, collapsed 4-2 at home in a playoff semi-final, going down to 10 men? It's Leeds, isn't it? It's Leeds. It is what it is. Congratulations to Derby. I will no doubt be at Wembley for the final, where they will be underdogs again. But goodness me, it's not the final I was expecting to get when I came here today. Leeds fans, get your comments in. Derby fans, get your comments in. Villa fans, come in, get your comments in. What the hell is going to happen in the playoff final, and what will Bielsa do next? Wow, what a night. Goodbye.